I hope that everybody had an amazing week as we head into Parshat Eikev, the second Shabbos since Tisha B'Av, the second of the 7 weeks of Nechama. In Parshat Eikev, in the first pasuk of the Aliyah of Chamishi, is my second favorite pasuk in the Torah. The Torah tells us, V'ata Yisrael, Ma Hashem Elokecha Shorel Meimach. And now, Jews, what's Hashem asking you to do? Ki im liyira es Hashem Elokecha, laleches b'chol derachav, v'la'avod es Hashem Elokecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha, is to keep all the mitzvos and to love and to fear Hashem with all your heart and with all your soul. The Gemara in Brachos asked, Ma Hashem Elokecha Shorel Meimach, Milsa Zutra Sahi. The Gemara asks that the Torah makes it sound like it's such a simple thing. What's Hashem asking you to do? All you have to do is love Hashem and do all the mitzvahs with all your heart and all your soul. Is that such a simple thing? Even if it is that we are going to do all the mitzvahs, even if maybe there are some of them that we like, but b'chol levavcha, to be able to be on the level where we do it with all our heart and all our soul, that seems like that's only for the unique few, for the very special ones that are especially dedicated and devoted to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the Gemara says, why does Moshe phrase this pasuk in a way that it's really so simple? The Gemara gives its answer, which is probably the correct answer. It says that next to Moshe, when considering Moshe, for Moshe all these things were easy. So Moshe was relaying them in the way that he saw that. Perhaps we could add, because of course the Gemara's answer is the right one, that the Torah is indicating to us in the pasuk itself how it could be that loving Hashem with all our hearts and souls might be a simpler matter than we think. The pasuk starts V'ata Yisrael. Why does it have those 2 extra words for? It's not Madison Square Garden where they start, and now here are your, whatever team is playing that night. So why does the Torah, which is very specific and doesn't use extra words, why does the Torah start V'ata Yisrael? And I thought that maybe the pshat could be, because the Torah is telling us that if we think ahead and we try to project into the future and wonder whether we're going to go to Minyan 3 times a day and learn Torah every day and keep every single mitzvah down to its very detail as best as we could, and that's the way that we're going to spend our life, that is a burden that might be too hard to carry. And when we see such a heavy burden, very often then we start cutting corners and we don't perform at the level that we are supposed to. So Hashem tells us, when it comes to Avodas Hashem, yes, it pays to plan. Yes, it pays to think about the future. But most important is Ve'ata. What's with right now? Right now, can we do Avodas Hashem with all our heart and all our soul? Like, let's say I have a great piece of Lashon Hara that I want to share. Okay, it's a battle. You know, we want everybody to laugh. We want to share the information. Va'ata. I don't know what's going to go on the rest of my life. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. But can I swallow this right now because I know that this is what Hashem wants me to do? Can I have Kavana in Shemona Esrei? I don't know what's going to be tomorrow. I don't know what's going to be next week or next month, but this Shemona Esrei that's right in front of me, just one, is it possible for me to do one Shemona Esrei with Kavana, or go to 1 minyan, or learn with focus just for a few minutes the Atah right now? So the Torah introduces this pasuk of Ma Hashem Elokecha Shorel Meimach, which is a direct instruction to us about what Hashem wants us to do in the world. There is no confusion and there is no place for not being clear. We have to la'ava ul'yira v'laleches b'chol derachav, to do everything that Hashem says, but not to have the stress of a lifetime, but only to focus on the moment. V'ata Yisrael. Can I do it right now? Of course, we all know the famous story that Rav Meir Shapiro, when he was young, so they were moving, and because of a miscommunication, he missed the day of learning with the Malamed, and his mother was extremely distraught by that. And Rav Meir Shapiro said, Ima, don't worry about that. Don't worry, tomorrow I'll learn with the Malamed. Maybe we'll even learn double and we'll try to make up. And Rav Meir Shapiro's mother very famously said, a day that goes by is gone forever and can never be made up. That moment that passes, that is now registered as part of the definition of our life, and that will never come back. And of course, Rav Meir Shapiro took that message of the importance of every day to start a program like the Daf Yomi. Somebody might look at the entire Talmud Bavli and say, wow, this is way too big for me to accomplish. I'll never do it. Learn all these Masechtas, 2,711 daf of Gemara, that'll take me forever. But if somebody learns 1 page a day, 1 page turns into 2, turns into 3, turns into 100, a little bit day by day, so then sure enough, you have an awesome, awesome accomplishment. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu is encouraging us. Don't be overwhelmed and don't take on too much. But just for this one moment, can we love Hashem with all our hearts? HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help us realize the importance of every moment and seize every moment to build ourselves into something really incredible. Have a great Shabbos.